Hey guys, welcome back to Carson Lane Beans. Today we'll be doing more NFL predictions. Today, I'm sorry that it looks so weird. Today we are going to be doing the Los Angeles Rams. I think this team is going to be a lot better than a lot of other people think. So if you're a Rams fan, you might be happy with this video. I don't know where you personally think it'll be, but if you've been watching a lot of, Rams videos and you've been scrolling so far down that you happen to come upon this two-view video, well, you might be a bit happy. All right, sorry. So here's the deal with the Rams. They got a pretty solid team. I mean, their wide receivers could be better, but they definitely could be worse. That's like the one part of their offense. I mean, you look at Darrell Henderson. Whenever he gets playing time, he looks nice. From what I've seen, he looks pretty good. And Todd Gurley got sent over to the Falcons, and now he's got the opportunity to prove himself, and I think he can on this offense. I think that they can get some time, especially if Jared Goff. He's the potential to take a step forward and get back to kind of how he was 2 years ago. I doubt he'll get that good, but he'll be somewhere in that area. I think he has a possibility. But if he doesn't, then they definitely can lean on Darrell Henderson. I think he can be the main weapon for this offense. Also, I mean, Tyler Higbee, he's a pretty good tight end. So this offense is pretty solid. Definitely could be better. If the wide receivers step it up this year, then it's definitely it's probably where they want it to be. Better than expectations, definitely. Their defensive line is, as always, pretty good. You got Aaron Donald on there. Linebackers are better than their defensive line somehow. Looking at the stats there, it's pretty freaking good. And their secondary, the addition of Jalen Ramsey definitely helped that out, like big time. All right. The thing is, they're in a very, very tough division. They've got teams like the Cardinals, who people think I think, could explode onto the scene and definitely win this division. They've got the 49ers, who, of course, just went to the Super Bowl last year. And I know they didn't look too well towards the very end of that one they didn't look very good at the very end of the Super Bowl. But that doesn't mean they're going to back down. They probably won't be as good as they were last year. And also, they've got the Seahawks, who have always just been a threat. So this is very competitive. But also, looking at some of these games, they don't have the hardest schedule. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they do. I don't even know how well I'm going to make them do. I know 4 games. That's it. All right. So starting off week 1, going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are a team that I think is going to be worse than a lot of people think they're going to be. The only thing that I'll give them is that, yes, the wide receiver unit is amazing. That is a spectacular receiver unit that they've got. But also, you got to look, Dak Prescott is not very good. Ezekiel Elliott is he's good, but he's not as good as a lot of people hype him up to be. And I mean, their freaking tight ends are garbage. So I think it'll be a big, down the field. Dak Prescott will be trying to take shots. I don't know if he can do it against, Jalen Ramsey in the secondary, which is pretty good. Also, the Rams offense should be able to take over this defense. I'm going to give this one to the Rams right off. 1-0, and also ignore week 18. That's the playoffs. I'm not going to look at those until I'm done with all the predictions. All right, and then week 2, going up against the Eagles. This is another tough team. If Carson Wentz is healthy, which I'm assuming he's going to be in week 2, then this will definitely be a tough game. There'll be some running. It'll probably be won't be a low-scoring game, but it has the potential to be a high-scoring game. And I think the Rams' offense is just more prepared, and their defense are just a better overall team. But I definitely think it could go either way. We'll talk about that when we get to best and worst case scenario, which I've started doing. All right. And in week 3, they're going up against the team that I had at the top of my power rankings. But we have to look at everything. And, I mean, looking at everything, the Buffalo offense, I think even though even though the Rams have a pretty solid defense, I'm pretty sure that Buffalo will be able to score a lot of points on them. I mean, this will be a high scoring game for Buffalo, and I don't know if the Rams can keep up. So I'm definitely going to give this one to the Rams. And then in week 4, after playing against that incredibly high-powered offense the week before, this should be a pretty easy game. Unless Daniel Jones really, really improves, then this will be a pretty simple Rams win. And then they go up to another tough game against the Washington New Names. And, I mean, they've got a pretty good wide receiver unit. I don't know if it's good enough to really... I mean, they've also got Adrian Peterson and Darius Guice. So when Darius Guice is healthy, he looks great. That is the question, though. He's gotten injured 3 times, and he's only played like 4 games. It's pretty tough. But I'm going to assume that he's healthy because we can't say, oh, he's going to get injured in week 3. We don't know that. If that does happen, then I'll probably give this one to the Rams. I'm going to give this one to the Rams anyways. All right, in week 6. Oh, why do I keep on going down? I can see the whole thing. Week 6 against the 49ers. This is a tough game. I feel like the Rams have a potential to pull this one out. And you know what? I'm just going to say that they do. I'm going to have them splitting, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to have them splitting. So, I'm not going to go ahead and make the 49ers win this one. So, if you're looking over here, you can say, oh, they're 5-1. And then they're whatever they are. And then you know they're going to lose this game. And in week 7 against the Bears, they have no passing game. And really, they have no offense. And the Rams' offense can get over what little defense they have. And this will probably be a very dominant Rams win. Like I said, they have a pretty easy schedule. At this point, I think that they might be number 1 in their division. I mean, they're a pretty good team. In week 8, they've got a pretty nice bye week. It's a little later than you'd like it in this area, but it's better than a lot of teams. A lot of teams have bye weeks. Like you see the 49ers bye weeks in week 11. And in week 8, at that point, the season's over. In week 8 against the Dolphins, this could go to the Dolphins, I think. Oh, man. Very tough one here. I've said that for like every game. I just can't see them doing it. Going up into their bye week halfway through the season is already completed 7-1, looking dominant. But then they go to week 10 against Seattle. And I mean, that insane offense with Russell Wilson and Chris Carson is just, this will be another game where I think the Seahawks will be able to score a lot of points, and it'll be pretty hard for the Rams to keep up, kind of like with the Bills. I'm going to give this one to Seattle. If they had a better offense, like if they had a way better wide receiver unit, then they probably could win this game against Seattle or this game against Buffalo. Then in week 11, going up against the Buccaneers. At this point, we'll know if Tom Brady is going to be a weapon for the Buccaneers. We'll pretty much know the future. We'll know either Tom Brady is just going to be another veteran moving to another team for his last 2 years and being forgotten. People are going to forget that he was ever in the Buccaneers, or we're going to think, oh, he's going to go to the playoffs a couple more times, maybe with Super Bowl. And at this point, I think Tom Brady is still a pretty talented quarterback. You saw what he did with the very few weapons he had last year, and now he's going to a team with Chris Jones, Mike Evans. It's just, he's got all the weapons in the world, and I don't see him losing to the Rams. And these 49ers, like I said, splitting. And then in week 13, another divisional matchup. They're away, going to the Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, a very explosive team that could have won at any second. They just lost 3 in a row. 7-4, though. Going up against the Rams. Going up against the Cardinals. This was another game that if Arizona's offense steps it up and they take it to the level that a lot of people think they're going to take it to, this will be a very good game. But I don't think they've done that yet, and seeing as we don't know, I do think they're going to get better, but I'm also not as enthusiastic about them as a lot of people are. So I'm just going to give this one to the Rams here, 8-4. already looking much better than they were last year. People are kind of going, hey, but they do play some pretty tough. Also, like, I think I already said it, ignore week 18. And week 14 going up against the newly revitalized Patriots, and the fact that they, a few weeks ago, like Cam Newton. The thing is, I guess it doesn't matter here, but it's going to take him a while to actually get into things, seeing as he came to a team already. It's late in the season, and he's supposed to be their starting quarterback. That would be really tough, because he's only got like 3 months to learn the whole scheme and everything. Plus, because of the lockdown, he probably can't go practice with them, though they are lifting things. So it should be pretty easier. And this offense, though, is, I mean, you look at the wide receiver unit, the only weapon that he's really going to have to throw to. I mean, he's got N'Keal Harry and Edelman on there. And that's it. Those are his weapons, okay? It's going to be completely reliant on the running game. And that is a great matchup for the Rams. They have some pretty good running defense, and I think on Thursday night they get this win and pretty much secure a playoff spot, seeing as they are now 7 spots for each. I mean, that's crazy. That's almost half of each conference making it in. So they've pretty much secured their spot, especially when they go up against the pretty terrible Jets. I don't know how the Jets expect to win a game. I mean, they have no passing game. No passing. They're going to have to go up against a team with no rushing defense. I don't see how they plan on winning a game. I mean, come on. Like, they're going to be completely, the Jets this year are going to be completely, this is going to be Le'Veon Bell the whole time. Le'Veon Bell. And yes, I know they've got Jamal Adams on that defense, but he wants out, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to get out, but whatever. Week 16 against Seattle. Again, I don't see them winning here. And so last week, they're 10-5. I know for a fact that they are fighting for the division. And I think since they're fighting for the division and they have a chance to win it, I think they win this game against the Cardinals, go 11-5, and become second in their division to the Seahawks, simply because of head-to-head. I'm telling you, this division is very tough. You see 11-5 Seahawks, 11-5 Rams, 10-6 49ers, and then the Cardinals are probably going to be somewhere in that area. If you want to know all my reasonings, one, for the Chiefs being 13, all these, I have videos of them on my channel. I'm posting these type of videos daily. I'm also posting different normal, quote-unquote normal, my kind of videos every other day. So yeah, I'm going to thank you so much for watching this video. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you like this, one, go ahead and subscribe so you can see, do you agree with everything else? Do you only agree with me making them 11-5 simply because you are a Rams fan? I'm amazed at the fact that I made them 11-5. Oh, I forgot, we have to do worst case, best case. So let's do their worst case. This is I think they could lose here, definitely here. Definitely could lose these 2 games. And this game. So I think their worst is 5-11, which is what a lot of people think. This is the kind of the season that a lot of people think they're going to have. Also, they could lose that. So a little better than this is what a lot of people think that they are going to end up with. And, you know, it's definitely a possibility. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, back to 11-5. All right, now their best case scenario. Really, this is their best case scenario, but they could win this game. They could split with the Seahawks. 13-3 is best case scenario. Amazing, absolutely spectacular. The best freaking team in the whole league. Yeah. Wait, where's that other game they lost? Oh no, I think it's the Cardinals. Are they 2-4 now? No, 3-3. What game did they lose? Oh goodness, I've forgotten. Is it this game? No, it's not. Oh no. Are any of these wrong? Oh no! I've messed up, guys. I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out. I'll find whatever game I had them lose. Because I've got it all recorded, do you not understand? And I'll fix it for the next video. Anyways, leave a comment. You can go to playoffpredictors.com. It is playoff predictors because he has many. For every season since like 2014, he's got all of the games there. What game did I have them lose? Was he at Washington? Having a heart attack. Anyway, and you can send them to me on Twitter, links in the description, or Instagram, links in the description. Hopefully, I don't know if the links work, but you can copy paste them. If I get at least 5 of them for any team or a season or anything, I will go ahead and I will react to them. I will shout out whatever social media you send it to me on, and it'll be a good old day. Also, I do have... I'm trying to figure out what game... Oh, I had them lose against Tom Brady. There we go. It says Tom Brady. I'm stupid. I've got a Patreon. I want to start a podcast so I can be even more stupid all the time, talking to you guys, giving my terrible opinions. Y'all know that I have a Beancast. I'm actually going to record one right after this video. I know y'all don't care, but still, thank you guys so much for watching. All links in the description. You guys are great. Subscribe to be a Beanie Boy. I'm stupid.